Um, Hello, everyone. Hello to the viewers who are watching. Welcome to the first and inaugural episode of TEDx Transcend. Today, we have here someone very special. As you can say, we have Vidya Ridit Mukhopadhyay. Say hi, Ridit.
Hi,
So, you Ridit is just your average kid who goes to the school, but Ridit is has some very special skills and talents. So Ridit here is a 9-year-old, and he has been coding and making apps and websites since he was a 6-year-old. So you can think of him as like a prodigy. So let's get started with this episode. So hi Ridit, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Okay. So, as we just said, you started coding. So, can you tell me more about how you got into coding and how you started it?
My dad introduced me to coding.
Oh, okay.
He taught me many things like Java, Python, Android. He taught me many things. As I saw, it was very creative and challenging. I I started doing programming. That is how I got into programming.
Okay. And you said your dad introduced you to programming. Is your dad a is he a software engineer as well?
Yes, my dad is a software engineer.
Okay. Okay. So, so you said he introduced you to programming. So, like you guys used to code together, like he taught you, or did you learn through videos and stuff and then talk?
He taught me, and he also did few of my live streams on YouTube.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. So, what type of projects have you worked on till now?
I worked on Java projects, Python games and applications, and Android apps.
Okay.
Okay, so in Java, I started with design pattern.
Okay.
There are many design patterns that I've learned. Let me give you an example like the signal pattern, then the strategy pattern, then the state pattern, then the proxy pattern, then the observer pattern, then the factory pattern, and many other patterns.
Okay. And I'm not very familiar with these patterns. So, can you like explain a little bit to me what you mean by patterns? Like,
Okay,
it is a
let me let me explain you in the state pattern.
okay.
So
Yeah.
there are steps on doing one thing. So
Okay.
those steps are known as the states.
Okay.
For suppose you bought chicken, okay, so the
Okay.
chicken was very dirty, so that was in the unclean state.
Hmm.
Then
Hmm.
went to home and cleaned it. then
Okay.
then went to the clean state, and
Right.
then you marinated it. Then you went to the marinated state, and then you cooked it, so it went to the cook state, and then you served it, and then everyone ate it.
Right. Right.
And these states are constantly in one place. You
So that was quite nice. You just learned about how to make chicken and uh, how to execute state patterns in Java from a 6-year-old kid. Wow, and I never thought that I would see this day, but thank you. So now I wanted to ask something slightly like what got you interested in it in the first place? Like your dad introduced it, but then what made take more interest, explore it more? What drew towards coding?
well, programming is very challenging and satisfying. So that is why I got passionate with it.
Okay, but so like so how do you? And like, how much time do you dedicate every day, or say during your week, towards programming, and how do you balance it with your studies? Like, I mean, I have my cousins and all, and they can hardly study. They keep struggling for their classes. How do you manage your classes and your programming at the same time?
Well, I program at the evening, but it also harms my school studies.
Okay.
Yeah, school studies.
So,
But
yeah, yeah. Go on. Hello.
hello.
Yeah, yeah. Your voice is going on. Can you repeat what you said?
So, so I also manage it with classes, but my school studies are a little bit harmed.
Okay.
And
Okay. So, what do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy programming more, or do you enjoy learning about yeah, what you learn in school more?
I enjoy programming.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
It's very challenging and satisfying, as I said.
right. Right. So, after like your is school not challenging enough for you, or is it just too easy?
No, no, actually, school is like school is like, well, you can learn many things from programming, so that is
Right.
why it is challenging. That is why.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, so can you explain how your dad, what, uh, how did you do? What did you do exactly? How your dad exactly guided you to get on with programming? What was your exact learning process?
Okay, so my dad taught me Scratch, then he taught me Java, then he taught me the state, the the design patterns of Java, and then he taught me Android, then he taught me Python, then he taught me UML, and he has taught me many things. So that is, he also opened my GitHub account and also shown me how to push code into GitHub. So
Okay.
my dad is my computer science superhero.
Okay. Okay. So is this has this helped you? Like, do you and your dad code together now? After that you've learned coding, do you guys do some? Is it like something that of a pastime or hobby of both of you that you make something?
Actually, my dad teaches me to how to do
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay.
So we
So you
do,
haven't like made something together.
yes. Sometimes we
So
also
do
do
you also do what?
pair programming.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Programming.
Okay.
So it is like you're doing one programming in two people. Two people are doing one programming.
Yes.
Like
That's like what?
a pair of programmers.
Okay. Yeah. 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 So, so do you plan like build something and make a project which you and your dad both have made together? You like to
Yes,
work?
we have made many projects.
Oh, okay, nice. What like? Can you give us an example of what you guys have built?
So like my Apple game in Pi game. Okay.
Hmm.
So there's an apple and it falls from the sky. Okay. So there is
Okay,
a ball, and if you catch it with the ball, then you get 1 point. Okay.
okay,
So that is how it works. And if the ball doesn't catch it, then you 1 point goes out. 1 point decreases.
okay, okay. And then how does so? for me, this is the description of the game, right? So there must be a lot of things behind the scenes that are happening, like a lot of different, I must say, the game engine, the physics, and everything. I don't know, I may be wrong, but so can you tell me what all parts of this game did you work on, and which parts were done by your dad or something?
Actually, we both did it actually with same
Okay,
like
okay,
teamwork. It was like teamwork. We both built the game.
okay. So, one is your preferred programming language?
Java and Python are my most preferred programming language. Java
Okay,
is my preferred programming language because if I learn Java, then I have to learn the object oriented part of Java. And if I
right.
learn the object part of Java, then I get to model real life objects like cars, robot.
Okay,
Yeah. So one day my dad showed me a picture, okay, a
okay,
picture of the strategy pattern used that I've learned has been used in the rocket simulation.
okay.
And another picture he showed me that the class diagram that I've done in UML has been used in missile navigation.
Cool.
And Python is my most preferred programming language because if I learn Python, then I will learn the artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Oh, so
The
is that your interest now? Artificial intelligence and machine learning?
Yes, but now we are going to learn the Android app threading, the
Okay.
most difficult parts of Android. As I've learned Android, the basics, now we are going to learn the difficult parts. Android
So
threading.
you just mentioned rockets and missiles and everything. So is that where your interest lies? Like, are you interested about rockets and missiles, like modeling?
Yes, I am very interested in modeling and sending them to space, and I'm very interested actually.
Okay, so you're interested in like astronomy and space stations and rockets and the general field.
Making rockets and missiles is my only goal.
Oh, okay. So, okay, that is quite different than what an average kid thinks of. So that is something really interesting to me. So how did you come to this conclusion? Like, what made you think you want to build rockets or you want to build missiles? Like, how did you get into this?
So, I so there was one inspiration.
Okay,
There was one man whose name is APJ Abdul Kalam sir.
okay.
I really like him. I'm a really big fan of him. I
Everybody
want
is
to
his big fan. Even I'm his big fan.
I
Yeah.
want to
So
serve the missiles and rockets just like him.
okay, okay. That is quite a noble, uh, and I hope that you achieve it. I wish you all the best for it.
Oh, yes.
You said you made games. So, for making those games, did you make all the assets and everything by yourself, like the designs and everything? Like you made games using Blender or something?
Yes. I use Python, Pygame, and Blender for making games. Blender is for making 3D games, and Python is for Python Pygame is used for 2D games. 2D games.
So, how much time did you take to learn Blender?
So it took me 5 or 6 months to pick up Blender.
Okay, and then after picking up Blender, how much time did it take for you to, an actual game?
It took me 1 week to make to understand the technology how it works, but it took
Okay,
me one day.
okay, nice. So, can you tell us about all the games that you've made?
Blender or Python or both.
No, no. As in can you tell us about using Blender and Python? Can you tell us about how much games did you can using Blender and Python? Can you tell me what all games that you've made?
I made the bouncing ball game in Pie game. These are the games that I made in Pie game. Bouncing ball game, Apple game, then Space Invader the game, then the Snake game, then the Flappy Bird game, then then there are many more games that I made.
Okay.
Let me
Are
give
any of
you
the yeah, yeah.
Blender.
And-
I made a 3D car racing game.
Okay. Okay. Are any of these games available on the Play Store or can people like me download and try them out?
Actually, you have to find the executable for the Python games, but for the Blender, you can't do any executable. Actually, you can do, but we have not yet tested anything.
Okay. So are you planning on releasing these games like the public?
Actually, we can't actually. I think so. Upload the Pygame games or the Blender games into the Play Store.
Okay.
We can't.
So,
So it will be reason.
so matlab, these games are made for which platform? Like, are they made for Windows? Like you said, .exe. So I was of the impression that they were for Android games.
No, no, no. They are both for Linux and Windows. They are both. Executables both.
So you you mentioned that you were doing some YouTube live streams and all. So do you enjoy teaching others how to code?
Yes, I love teaching others how to code.
Okay. So when do you live stream? Do you do it regularly or is it how do you live stream?
Actually, I don't live stream regularly. It's not a regular thing.
Okay. But whenever
But
you do it.
yes, yes. After I learn how it works, and now I'm in the process of learning, so I'm not doing any live streams anymore.
Okay. So do you plan to do that in the future?
No, I want to serve the nation. Well, I can do it anytime during the live stream. I can do it anytime. It's not
Yeah.
my it's not my goal.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I want to.
So tell us about your YouTube channel. Do you apart from live streaming, do you upload any other kind of videos?
No, no, no. But Blender and Java, those only those both. Okay,
Blender and Java, like on Blender and Java.
only Blender and Java. The design patterns of Java and the training of Blender. There are only one or two Blenders. There are many for Java. There are
Okay.
many videos that are Java.
So what do you think has been an advantage, for you because you know coding? What are the advantages of being a kid?
The advantages of being a kid programmer is you get to learn early and you can learn many things. Many things.
Okay. Can you maybe explain a little what things you were mentioning?
Hmm. Okay, so you can tell where their goal is, actually where what are their career.
Hmm.
Okay, so you can also become experts, computer scientists, and serve the nation. That is also an advantage.
Okay. So okay, this is quite interesting. So, which is the favorite game amongst all of the games that you've which is your favorite game
Okay, so bouncing ball is my favorite Python game, and the racing game is my blend's favorite game.
game? Okay. So where do you look for like you know inspiration or where do you look for inspiration or ideas for these games?
Well, Google and YouTube, that is my resource, and I also take ideas from there.
From what?
I take YouTube and Google as my resource, and it also helps me get the ideas.
Okay. Uh, so do you have any apps that published on the that you have published on the Play Store?
Yes, there are many apps like the Scramble and Scramble, Word Scramble, multiplication app, physics for a kid by a kid, then bouncing ball, space shuttle,
Okay.
then counting, abacus in 15 minutes, Java quiz, maths quiz, and actually these are the only apps.
Only these are like I just counted 6 to 7 apps that you've made and posted. That is quite an achievement at your age. If you're doing this right now, I can't even imagine the things that you'll be doing few years down the line. So you are definitely very ahead of the curve there. Um, so which one among these is your favorite, or which ones you are most proud of? You
Well, I love the Java quiz.
Okay, that is your favorite.
Yes.
So upthink, uh, what else interest do you have uh, art or sports or something?
Could you please say it one more time?
Apart from coding, what other hobbies do you have?
Okay, okay. I like to play carom. I like to play guitar.
Oh, okay, so
I like to do some drawing also.
okay, okay, nice. So with guitar, do you sing or do you just strum it?
Actually, I play songs on the guitar.
Okay, okay. So would it be possible for you to play something for us?
Actually, I have to bring my guitar now if I had to play.
Okay, no issues, no issues. It is okay. So what is your favorite thing to do? You find it sometimes, a bit stressful, all of the cooking and studies or anything, or it is like after, you're tired or something, do you like to code or do you like to do something else? Like is coding like work for you as a मजे के लिए या as a hobby you do?
Coding,
Your
but
your
actually
voice,
tired. Then I do all my hobbies then. So when I'm very tired.
can you repeat that? Your voice got lost in between.
Okay, so okay, when I get tired or when I get very tired,
Uh,
then I do my hobbies like play carom with my parents and do some drawing, play some guitar. So I do all the hobbies that I do.
okay, okay. So, matlab program is like a work for you. It's not kind of like a
No, no,
pastime.
work. It's not work. It's my passion. I love team programming. But actually,
Okay.
when I'm really tired after,
Okay. Yeah, that
I'm
is
thinking,
that is
and will just pop up.
nice. So, do you have any friends or say uh, any brothers or your cousins or anyone coding as well? Do you have any partners who make your friends know that you make games or something?
Yes, my family and many of my friends know that I make games.
So, um, do you teach your friends to code?
But I love to teach them how to code. But I've never actually taught them, but I did it once in class one or two. Class one or two, I actually taught them, but it was becoming harmful for my studies and my programming. Well, I was not learning, but they were learning slightly. It
Mhm.
was okay.
They didn't have the same dedication as you, same passion as you.
Well, programming is very passionate for me,
Hmm.
so it was very passionate. But they did not find it very passionate because they said some of my students said it was very boring, so boring. It was not passionate for them. I said you need to be passionate
Right.
for.
So,
So,
this is we'll do like a we'll do with like a rapid fire question. I'll ask you some questions and you say the first thing that comes to your mind. So, what's the most enjoyable aspect of coding?
the most enjoyable aspect of coding is creativity, creating something out of nothing.
What's the most like challenging part of coding?
You have to learn many things before you can do something.
Right. So, can you tell me any advantages or perks of being a kid programmer?
That is when you have a chance to do something.
Okay. And does this affect your school studies, like programming, dedicating so much time?
Yes.
Wow, that was quite an interesting, few minutes that I've had. Still quite eye-opening. So, are you part of any programming communities or with kid programming community specifically?
No, but I've actually tried to get into one.
So, in school, which subjects do you? What is your favorite subject, or which subjects do you like a lot?
Well, I love math, science.
Like maths and science, not so much, say, history, geography, or English.
No.
Are you part of any programming communities or kid programming communities?
No, I've never been into one, but I've tried to get into one.
Oh, you've tried. Like you've tried to start one, join one.
Get into one. Not start one.
Okay, okay. So, do you have any advice for other kid programs, or why do you think? Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Sorry. Do you have any advice for other kid programmers?
Yes. Take a leap of faith and never quit.
Okay. And why do you think kids should be introduced to coding?
Children should be introduced to coding at such an early age because they can learn many things. They can think of what their goal is, and they can become expert computer scientists, and they can express their creativity through programming.
Okay.
Okay, so bye. Bye.
Yeah.